For those that are saying that any Yoruba Muslim who rejects Sharia has denounced Islam, for those that are saying any Yoruba Muslim in Yorubaland that rejects Sharia has denounced Islam and thereby is a kafir, I want to ask you this question. What are the 5 pillars of Islam? The 5 pillars. You know, pillar is a building that holds the building. The 5 pillars. Without the pillars, the building cannot stand. The 5 pillars of Islam. Let's go into the 5 pillars of Islam. Number 1 is Shahada, the declaration of faith that there's only one God but Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger, the first pillar. The second pillar is Salah, the practice of praying 5 times a day. Salah, the practice of praying 5 times a day. Now, the third is Zakat, the practice of giving alms to those in need. The third one. The fourth is Shawm, S-A-W-M, the practice of fasting during Ramadan. The fourth pillar. Now, the last pillar, which is the 5th pillar of Islam, is Hajj, the practice of making a pilgrimage to the holy city of Mecca. These are the 5 pillars of Islam. Now, those that are saying that if you're a Yoruba Muslim and you are rejecting Sharia, you have denounced Islam, thereby you're an unbeliever. Where do you find Sharia in the 5 pillars of Islam? How come Sharia is not part of the 5 pillars of Islam? We know the gaslighting. We know your manipulations and your gimmicks. It will not work. We will keep on speaking against any move or attempt to erect Sharia court or to have a foundation or to establish Sharia in the Southwest. We will always continue to speak against it. Now, there's a Kogi man that has said that they should start preaching jihad in Yorubaland. They should start preaching jihad in Yorubaland. I've said it before that these people are not playing. You might think that they are just playing. These people are dead people. These people that are moving for Sharia in Yorubaland, they are dead people. All this social media noise we are making, we don't want. If you don't match it with action, if you are not willing to take action on your words, these guys will softly push for these Sharia reforms in the Southwest. There are so many reasons why they want to bring Sharia in the Southwest. And the problem I have with these people is that when you want to engage them, they try and find a way to manipulatively run away from engagement, having discussions on this Sharia of a thing. So many questions have been asked. And because of the hypocrisy connected to these people, they are not able to answer these questions. Number 1, we're asking, you say Sharia will not affect non-Muslims. Why is it that you cannot sell beer in Kano? We have non-Muslims in Kano. There's some businesses that non-Muslims cannot do in Kano. Why is it so? Sharia will not affect non-Muslims. Why is it so? Now, if you cannot control the practice of Sharia, don't bring it to the Southwest. If you say that the way they are practicing it in the North, they are not doing it well, the way it's supposed to be practiced, finalize it in the northern part of Nigeria and make sure it's perfect before you start looking on how you're going to bring it to other regions. Yoruba youths and Yoruba Muslims are saying, we don't want Sharia. 80%, over 70% of them are saying, we don't want Sharia. So what the heck is the problem with these Fulani fundamentalists? I researched and said, I remember there's 5 pillars of Islam. Sharia is not part of it. These are your conquests. I don't know, maybe you have sleepless nights if you don't find a way to conquer the whole of, because I noticed one thing, that the Fulanis have no home anymore. Almost all the countries they find themselves, there's always chaos. They were sent away from Ghana. They don't have ancestral lands that they can call their own anymore. It seems they are banking on Nigeria. They see Nigeria as a fruitful land, a fertile land, a land that is flowing with milk and honey. The other time, Buhari were saying that they are your brothers. Allow them. They allowed many Fulanis into Nigeria under Buhari regime. They have seen that Nigeria is a place of abode. They have seen that most of their people are in positions of power. The biggest region in Nigeria, controlled by the Fulani, So the Fulani are seeing northern Nigeria and Nigeria as a whole as their estate. They see Nigeria as a strategic country whereby they can pitch their tent and call their ancestral home. So far that the Hausas are falling mugus for them. I have said it before that I don't think it would be ever possible for an Hausa man to withstand the Fulani man. With the way these Fulani people have played politics and caged them, I don't think so. Look at all around Africa. Where do you think that the Fulani has an edge? Where they get mouth? Even in Southern Sudan or Northern Sudan. The conflict there is something else. The Fulani, especially this type of Fulani, because somebody asked me a question, can't you tell me the classes of, whatever classes of Fulani they are? These Fulani that want to take over the Nigerian estate, we are talking about them. I don't want to know whether there are many layers of Fulani, but I know that the Fulani were chased out from Ghana. The Fulani has constituted problems wherever they found themselves. They see no place as their home anymore. Nigeria is the place, the fertile ground for them to pitch their tent. That's why Uthman Danfodio had a dream. He was moving from place to place, conquering, killing people and destroying their cultures. Thank God the Middle Belt had to eliminate him and kill him like a common criminal. And still, they are not resting. They see that they own the political space in Nigeria. After Tinubu, the Fulani still controls. Oh, I'm telling you, they are still there quietly waiting. That's how they roll. Deceitful, manipulateful, and these guys are cunning to a fault. They are cunning to a fault. They can stoop low for years in order to launch an attack and take away your possessions, your culture, your dignity. They can scheme, they can spend any amount of money. They gave their wives to Hausa kings and Hausa elites. And they use their wives, they sacrifice their wives in order to take away the power of the Hausa people from them and transfer it to the Fulani. They can go to any length to do whatever they are doing. I'm asking this question again. For those that are calling Yoruba Muslims that they have denounced Islam, look at the 5 pillars of Islam. Where do you see Sharia? Where do you see Sharia? Thank God for social media. Even though for social media, some of these things will have not been ironed out. We are demanding answers to this question. So we don't trust anything coming from a Fulani controlled northern Nigeria. I will repeat it, I'll always say it so that you can sink into your ears. Name one Hausa politicians that can beat Atiku, that can beat Kwankwaso, that can beat El-Rufai in popularity in Nigeria. One Hausa politician. Al-Mustafa is not an Hausa man. In quotes, I bring that to your notice. He's not an Hausa man. What now is the business of this Fulani in southern part of Nigeria? When you look at it critically, Tinubu has been making moves to demystify the influence of Fulani in northern Nigeria. And this Fulani, because of, as they gain on, these guys are dead people. As they gain on rich, they are fomenting plans to destabilize the southwest. How will they do so? Is by bringing in Sharia. They know that they come and tell you that southwest Muslims are being disenfranchised, are being subjugated, are being this one, are being this one. Southwest Muslims. A Fulani is coming to tell Yorubas that their Southwest Muslims are being discriminated upon. The Southwest Muslims themselves are not complaining as the way these Fulanis are complaining. That means there is a motive, there is something else. You see those that are defending the actions of these Fulanis, most of them are Kwara and Ilorin Yorubas. I've said it before that most people in the government, most Kwara people, most people in the especially in Lagos State, they codedly are supporting Sharia in the southwestern part of Nigeria, but they will not come out and tell you and say it because the backlash. Because there's something that is being said now in Yorubaland. If you are supporting Sharia, will end your career. If you are supporting Sharia, will end your political career. Two things. If you get married to an Igbo lady, you cannot vie for a political position. If you are an Igbo person, you cannot vie for political position. Now, if you are supporting Sharia in Yoruba land, your political career will be That will be the end of your political career. That is how it plays as we speak now. So we understand the move by these Fulani people to destabilize southwest Nigeria, cause division amongst southwest Muslims and southwest Christians. In a family, you will see twin. One is Alaji, one is a pastor. Twin in a family. Twin. One is Alaji, one is a pastor. The father is Christian, the mother is Christian, the mother is Muslim. A part of the children are Christian, other part are Muslim. Even amongst the Ibeji. That is the beauty of the Southwest. They prefer tradition amongst above every other thing. So anybody gaslighting anybody, telling them that the Fulani has no place, so they see Nigeria as their last hope and last estate. That's why they will do all they can. If you look at the borders of the north, they are trooping in. In their numbers, they are coming in. No check, nobody is concerned. They are coming in Shah. They just come in and occupy. They come in, they join banditry, and they cause problems here and there. They put fear in host communities in Hausa land. Hausa region, the northern region, is still under conquest by these manipulative Fulani, jihadist, terrorist bandits. Everywhere they go, they look how they were sent away from Ghana. So as we speak, we know the plans of the Fulani. We are very well prepared. I've told people that don't take these people for granted. Don't sleep on what they are doing. These people, they are not concerned about what you are saying online. No. They are concerned about how they are going to implement their Sharia in the southwestern part of Nigeria. I've told you that it seems when you become a Christian, you become meek, mild, and you become tolerant. Then when you become a Muslim, you become aggressive and hatred. Just your heart is full of evil. It seems, I'm saying it seems, I'll repeat it and also repeat it, that a Muslim has a mandate, and that mandate is telling you that you are not a Christian. Is either you are a kafir, or you should face the death penalty, or you'll be converted by force. That's why you see the words like Islam will dominate the world. You see words like, they use words like whether you like it or not. Islam will dominate the world. That is a religion of peace. And how, when you tell them, explain to me how this is a religion of peace, they'll tell you don't understand. Or those one, but brother, those one are scam. Biggest scam. No matter what you do, Sharia will not have its foothold. No matter how you do it, it can never have its foothold in the southwestern part of Nigeria. Now, somebody is saying that Sharia will come and erase idolatry, idol practice. I will talk about the Jihad. A Kogi person saying that it is time to start preaching Jihad in Yorubaland. Let's talk about a cleric coming out to say that Sharia will come and erase idolatry practice. That somebody will just bring iron and pour libation on it and say that is his God. Somebody will just look for any iron, condemn iron, and put it and say that is his God. That is not a religion. That Islam has come to replace such barbaric practices. That because there's no Sharia in the southwest, there's prostitution, there's yahoo, there's kidnapping, there's coal mining, there's killing, and all have you. That's what they're saying. Excuse for bringing in Islam. Then we ask them the same question. How has Sharia benefited the northern part of Nigeria? How? The southwest you're talking about, economically they are viable much more than you. Because of their tolerance, they are experiencing development and growth. Because of their tolerance. Because of their neutrality, in quote, in some ways, they're experiencing exponential growth. See, societies like Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, Turkey, even Turkish Muslims, they know how to fight off these fundamentalist jihadists. Turkish Muslims are not jihadists. They separate themselves from those jihadists, those ones that you find in Nigeria. To what end? What has Sharia benefited the North? They will not tell you what Sharia has benefited the North. They will not tell you. All they will tell you is that, when they deflect an argument, they try not to answer the question, but try to look at loopholes to defend themselves. How has Sharia benefited the northern part of Nigeria? That's the question. Nobody is asking you to go and be doing blah, 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 up and down, and you start running around the bush. How has Sharia benefited the northern part of Nigeria, you cannot say, you cannot speak, because there's nothing Sharia has to offer in the northern part of Nigeria, and it will never offer anything to the southern part of Nigeria. We have said it. Now, for the person that is calling on jihad, you see, if people don't speak, you will not know their intentions. These people already have intentions, and they are telling you right to your face, jihad, jihad, jihad. It's all about, if you become a Muslim, you become radical, you become hate. There's a kind of resentment in you as a Muslim that a fanatic would not want a neighbor that is not a Muslim. So when they say, we are not going to disturb you, they are trying to find a place whereby they will come to where you are. And before you know it, like what happened in Britain, they allowed immigrants. You ran away from your Afghanistan, your Syria, and came into your Pakistan and came into England, a peaceful place. They were practicing their Christianity and whatever they are practicing. A peaceful place. You ran away from your violent reading place and came into Britain, and you are now trying to reinforce what made you run away from your country. You are bringing it, transporting it to that country to cause violence. Is it not madness? Is it not foolishness and craziness? Are these guys not crazy? Look at a man that was shot dead. I think someone, Wonka. He burnt the Quran protesting against the violent activities of Islam in Europe. He burnt the Quran, however, he was shot dead. That is the religion of peace. Because he burnt the Quran, probably these guys went after him and shot him dead. Now, people are now burning Quran all around the world. The death of that man has led to over 500 people burning the Quran. And a day has been earmarked for burning of the Quran. This is a religion of peace. These people, I don't know. Somebody is asking me, why are you interested in Sharia, 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 Sharia? My brother. The Fulanis are the ones holding Nnamdi Kanu. These guys are the ones holding Nnamdi Kanu. I'm talking to my Igbo brothers. If left for the Hausas and Yorubas, in whatever way or whatever guys, they have wanted to leave Nnamdi Kanu. But the Fulanis are bent on. No, it's a do or die thing. We cannot support the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When a normal Fulani is speaking, he will classify a Boko Haram and Bello Tuji, a bandit, with Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. You see that the way they reason, the way they classify everybody as terrorists, people that are fighting against injustice, they are terrorists. You see, throughout Buhari's tenure, they tried Nnamdi Kanu all front, back, left, right, center. They could not have anything against him. He beat them at the court, but still, they never wanted to release him. So these guys, we are supporting Tinubu for restructuring. If he's going to do that restructuring, to make sure that the grip of the Fulani in Nigeria as a country is loosened, then we support Tinubu. I'm not supporting him because he has governance with him. He's not somebody that's going to bring governance to you. He's not somebody that's going. He's somebody that this will. The more you look, the less you see. You don't know Tinubu. I used to say, you don't know Tinubu. I've sat down and meditated. I've understood the kind of person Tinubu is. That guy is a highly unpredictable being. He's a giver, but he's not somebody that can bring good governance to Nigerians. He's one that will take on some actions that some other people might not want to take, or is somebody that will be able to fight off the Fulanis with politics. He's a politician. Par excellence, he's a politician. Whatever politics means in Nigeria, he's a politician. So the Fulanis themselves, they are looking for ways. If Tinubu continues in this trajectory, he will get support from the southwestern part of Nigeria. We know that the political Yoruba and the political Fulani, they are in bed together. They are even together like this. They are boyfriend and girlfriend. The political Yoruba and the political Fulani, they are in bed. We know that one. But I trust the Fulani. If you hit them one, they will hit you 2 times, and that will cause them to fight with the Yoruba people. I understand what I'm saying. When Tinubu finishes 8 years, I know I'm mentioning 8 years. I don't support Tinubu. Tinubu is not, I will repeat it and people think I'm crazy. But Tinubu, look at the IGP of police. Look at the retirement age. Look at the debate they're having. Look at Frank Komba, who is said to be the next after IGP, whether he retires or not. Look at the stories. Look at the institutions. Why retain the IGP? IGP owes President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a lot. He said that whatever he is today, that is an appointed person. Whatever he is today, it is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That means the guy can do anything, if he can go against the rule of law for Tinubu. So this guy has to be maintained, sustained, and his tenure has to be elongated. So if the opposition or whoever, you cannot beat reforming, you cannot implement reforming these institutions, my brother, you are just joking. You're just joking. I don't know whether it is the plan they had with their northern governors to impose Sharia in the southwest. But out of all Tinubu is going to do, I know Tinubu will not speak against those that are rejecting Sharia in the southwest. If he does that, that will be the beginning of his downfall. But he is wise enough not to put their mouth. Wherever it is, whatever it takes, Sharia would not have its root in the southern part of Nigeria.